Some cheese roll pasta.
Wow.
Like, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Grilled artichokes.
Grilled artichokes and just some chicken and sausage.
Chef.
This is really good. You're not going to find the care and the procurement of like real quality items from either here in New Orleans or from Italy and Sicily primarily than here at Norjo's. Like they're always going to source the best stuff, and they put passion and love behind it, and that's really what makes a big difference. You can get some California artichokes, or you can get some actual Italian artichokes like we're having right now. Those are the little differences. Those are the little things that make a difference, should I say. So what prompted you to decide that you wanted to write a book about king cake? Just that you were intrigued by everything?
Yeah, so back in, when I first moved here, 2009, I would see king cakes, thank you very much. I'd see them at the parade route, and I thought they were just fine. You know, they were like a weird cinnamon roll kind of thing. They were okay. But I'd rather have like the fried chicken that was on the table instead. In 2017, I got invited to a king cake party. A bunch of things happened at once in 2017. I had to leave my job. I got dumped, and it was a long Mardi Gras. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, I'm feeling pretty bummed about these things, and I need something to kind of occupy my mind. Got invited to a king cake party by a friend. I was like, I don't know what that is. She was like, well, everybody brings their favorite king cake, and whoever has the best one, we're gonna vote on it, and you're a winner. And there was some sort of prize. I can't remember what that was. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna find the best king cake. I'm gonna win this thing. I'm very competitive. And so I Googled like top king cakes in New Orleans, and I saw like a top 10 list, probably from Ian McNulty or something like that. Put them onto a spreadsheet, and I was like, okay, I just have to try these 10, and then I'm gonna know the best king cake. And then I saw just below that Google search, the next one said top 25 best king cakes, and I was like, okay, let me look at this list. And none of those 25 were the same as those 10. Put those on the spreadsheet, and pretty soon my spreadsheet was like 144 king cakes to try.
Oh my gosh.
And a lot of time I was looking for a distraction, so I tried as many as I could. I got to 88 of them that year. For this party, yeah.
You tried all those?
88 different king cakes.
Wow.
Yeah, just to kind of like give it a whirl, and it was fun, and like I rated them all, and then I started to get, I'd never been in like a newspaper or anything, and people were like, oh, can we interview you for this? And I was like, sure, I don't know why, but but I was not a writer or anything like that. I worked, I was nothing like that at all. I had nothing to do with this information except for put it on a spreadsheet. And then I went and hiked the Appalachian Trail, and on the hike, everyone gets a trail nickname, and so my nickname was King Cake, and so literally for 6 months I was only called King Cake. And then I was writing a little bit. My first writing gig was for Mid-City Messenger, a local kind of online newspaper, and I wrote every 3 weeks or so. I'd turn in just a little article about what was going on the Appalachian Trail, and people were reading it. I was like, this is really interesting. Maybe I can make a career out of this. And so I came back and I was like, I'm going to let myself be a writer until I lose this much money. And I gave myself a figure of, when I lose this much money, I'm going to have to find another job. And I never lost that much money. I just slowly gigs picked up, and every year when carnival season rolled around, I wrote about king cakes because I knew so much from that thing, and those articles always did better than all the other articles that I wrote. And so I was like, all right, I wonder if there's like a book here that I can do. I Googled if there's ever been a king cake book before, when the last time somebody wrote one was, and nobody had ever written a book about king cake that wasn't like a kid's book. And so I was like, well, let me give it a whirl, and that's how that started.
Well, I'm interested to know, did you win the best king cake at the party?
I bet I did.
You did?